come on, rejoice with them. If they ask you what's your no, take no offense. See this life that's all by turn, no, your time they come because no be only you kill Jesus. We plenty for yeah. If you see Bessie, they come on. If they ask you what's your no, see this life not time by time, no, your time they come because no be only you kill Jesus. Show me Bessie where I can go from night to morning. Now the Bessie where go jump if no give up. My brother hustle Jerry, so my sister walk. Things you know they go forever. Your own peace go down forever. If you see person, they come home. And if they ask you what's your no, see this life and turn by turn, no, the time they come. Only you kill Jesus by yourself. Plenty for that. Don't let your hope scatter. Oh, we plenty for that. No be only you kill Jesus. We plenty for that. You don't so tired. You know they take you holiday. You write application, you go for auditions, but still, it be like saying no they pay. They don't laugh you tired. Some say, share until your mate get the aeroplane. Before you go make back.
A very beautiful morning to you. Welcome to Youth Parliament this morning right here on Wales Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio, reaching you live from Wales Broadcasting House along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Youth Parliament is that roundtable where we talk about issues as it concerns us young people. As actual young people, not just young at heart, but actual young people. So yes, every Saturday we have a discussion centered around us and a bit to, ensure growth, as it is very important that we find our way when it comes to navigating adulthood, because the truth is sometimes it can actually be a lot to navigate. It can be so much, but knowing that there's some of the people who are very much interested in your growth would also help you to be able to further navigate properly with adulthood. As I would always say, we're all facing it, maybe at different degrees, yeah, but we all are experiencing it. My voice is is solo this morning because I'm actually I'm not happy, and I'm not going to, as much as I'm trying to pretend to be happy. I'm not in any way happy. And that's because I know that this morning we're going to talk about the trends, and this week has been
A lot.
a lot. Too many bad news flying around. Too many emotional news that you cannot even begin to think about or begin to. They're not stories that are encouraging to the ears, truthfully. So yes, I'm not happy.
No one is happy. I tell you. Each time
I'm trying
think
to.
about it, there's something it does to my heart.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
I'm really trying to, let's just do let's just do the show and then go on. But sometimes it's always difficult when you're at the forefront of it. You're the one seeing the news, you're the one reading the news, you're the one putting it out there for people, and you can only imagine how much that would, while I was compiling the trends for today, I just could not help it. And thinking about it just made me get into a really, really, the thoughts of when exactly would things become different. It's just in the head. But anyway, we're still going to have an amazing show today.
Yes, I will.
Yes, welcome to Youth Parliament. My name is Toluwaleke Alli, the Radio Princess. And we're live on Facebook this morning at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. At Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. And as you know, I never walk alone on the show because it's a parliament. But it's looking like it's going to be two of us in the parliament today. I have in the studio with me the beautiful Adeola.
Hello from the side. Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, Oluwale would not be able to join us on the other side because he's a little bit under the weather. And yes, IUFA would also not be in the studio today. So it's just going to be Adeola and I on the show today.
Just us.
Just us girls on the show today. So as always, we take a look at the trends, check out some of the latest stories that made rounds in the course of the week, as a way of going back, looking at the week in retrospect, and then we move on to our topic of discussion for today, which is, going to be our main conversation on the show today. But yes, first, like I said, let's take a look at the trends and, check out some of the events that made news during the course of the week.
With them. If they ask you what's your no offense. Better, your time they come because no be only you kill Jesus. We plenty for yeah.
One day he go better. One day, someday make we better. When they tell you money no be everything, you dey vex, you dey para, you say myself I won't get down. Oh. So my brother hustle, carry on my show. No condition last forever. Your turn they come on. To make you hustle, make you walk. Yo, busy no dey cook forever. Your beans go down, your beans go down.
If you see Bessie, make a move.
Yes, at some point in time, the beans that you're cooking will get done. Let's just say that in this case, the beans would be the hard work that you're putting into your job, into your career, into life generally. To get to a point where you sit down, look back, and then you realize that all that you have done wasn't just for doing
Play,
sake,
yeah.
as we like to say it, and then it's going to pay off.
Because there's definitely going to be results. But what then do you do in your waiting time? Just keep showing up, keep being consistent.
That's very important. Very, very important. Yes, keep showing up. Don't be so quick to shut yourself out. Don't be too hard on yourself. That's another thing. A lot of young people were very hard on ourselves. That includes me.
Yeah.
We're very hard on ourselves. So don't
word
be
for
too
it.
hard on yourselves. Just, take your time. All right. I saw something that I wanted to share. I don't know, for some reason I can't find it again. I actually thought I made a
Saved it.
screenshot of it. And the person was talking about the fact that you could actually be going and you feel like you're not even, your friends might be getting there, your friends might be making the money and all of that, and then you're just somewhere down there. But what you need to know is the fact that your friend might be in their own season and then it's not yet. I really wish that I could find it. Would have been much better to put out there for people to also get a full grasp of what I'm talking about. So yes, you might be in your own season 1 and another
Your friend
person
is in their own season 8 is not just the same thing.
It's not the same thing. So you just need to take your time. Don't be in a rush. As Yorubas will say, "Mawagwalago shishe."
Yeah.
Don't put pressure on yourself because of other people's achievements. Know that we all are in this particular song that I'm trying to remember. Different time zones, basically. Yes. We're all in different time zones. Just the way that you're here in Nigeria, you have your own time zone.
Yeah.
People in the UK have theirs. People in Canada have theirs. People in the US, and all the countries of the world.
Yeah.
It's just the same
life
way.
is a journey and we're running
Yes.
different races.
Different, very different races. And, it's even not like a relay service. Now more like marathon.
See.
And that's the thing.
Just-
Some people will get there before you. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you have lost.
No.
No, the
As
fact that
long as you get there.
you have won.
That's it.
So, but naturally, just as it is for marathon, some people will get there faster than you. For some people, they just keep going slowly until they get to the finish line.
Yeah.
So let that just be a sort of encouragement for you to know that life is a marathon. And eventually, you get to the finish line, no matter how slow you are. All right, let's take a look at the trends. Which, this week, I don't even know where to start from, actually.
Because it actually feels like 90% of our trains this morning.
Yeah, actually.
A
Because
whole-
that's actually
Exactly. All that happened this week.
all that happened this
It's
week.
a lot.
But, okay, I don't know. I feel so...
We just have to start somewhere.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So, because of how the peculiarities of our trends for today, unfortunately, when you spend the whole of the weekend, by weekend you expect that there should be at least some sort of good news, to
news.
keep you going,
See.
but it's still the same thing. But anyway, yes, Nigeria has faced a lot in the past 1 week, and there's no doubt about it that the issue of insecurity in Nigeria just keeps getting worse every day. Taking a look at events of the week. First, there was an attack at a particular church in the Eruku area, which is under the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State. The footage came out online. I couldn't bring myself to watch that video for days. I legit used to see the video and I would just swipe up because I didn't want to put my mind through whatever it was that was going to happen after watching that video. But unfortunately, at some point in time, I couldn't even, I couldn't hold back. I think I watched the video. It happened. It happened on my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened on Tuesday.
I still haven't
And
watched the
so-
video.
So when I eventually brought myself to watch the video. You know, when when you're feeling, actually, I mean, it's your birthday, you're excited, and then later in the day there's just this sad news, and it just changed the whole atmosphere for me sincerely, and my week has just been somehow since then. So the footage came out because there was a live video during the service. And anyway, the bandits who attacked the church and abducted worshippers are demanding for 100 million naira each for the abducted worshippers. That is totaling an amount of 3 billion naira as ransom. So a community leader whose relatives were taken confirmed that the kidnappers had begun contacting families in clusters, insisting on the full 100 million naira. And the attackers were said to have operated for hours, forcing worshippers into the forest after disrupting the service. The church's pastor reported that the service was ongoing when heavily armed men invaded, leading to a chaotic scene as congregants attempted to flee. And, that led to young people, youths, blocking the Ilorin Kaba Highway as a way of protesting and demanding immediate government intervention. But now that, ransom has been asked, there's nothing yet on that. That was still ongoing, which is, what a lot of people were still trying to process and recover from. When in Kebbi State, some students were abducted. 25 schoolgirls actually were abducted. And again, it was at that point that of course we knew that there was a lot that was going on.
Something
eventually,
definitely happening.
Yes. So the state eventually released the names of the students, the 25 of them, the girls that were kidnapped. And now the governor is even asking a question of how, of course, in the process of kidnapping, the school's vice principal was shot. Yeah. And he died, while he was trying to protect the students of the government girls comprehensive secondary school that is at Maga in Kebbi State. So, and now the governor is asking that who authorized the military withdrawal. So the Kebbi State governor, Nasir Idris, has expressed deep concern over the withdrawal of military personnel from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School Maga shortly before the bandits abducted several students. While he was speaking on Friday, he said that the government had earlier received intelligence about a possible attack and immediately convened a security meeting. So, and he said that, according to what the governor said, the troops were initially deployed, but later they were withdrawn around 3 a.m. that same day. And then the question now is, who ordered that the troops should leave at that instance or at that time? Or because
if they were still there,
there's just a lot of questions. And for the fact that they operated for that long, took their time, took those students, they had enough time, and that's now the issue. A lot of all of these incidents, they had enough time. I was going to
say for the one in Kwara too, that they operated for hours, and nobody, no security could just help out during the period of time. It's a lot, and for this Kebbi matter, it only means that
there's something.
There's
definitely
an
something
insider.
going on.
It has to be an insider work, because who authorized for real the withdrawal of those military troops?
Anyway, just as we were calling for the return of the 25 girls kidnapped from the government girls comprehensive school in Kebbi State, another school was attacked in Niger State. So the Niger Catholic School, there was an attack on St. Mary's School, that is at Papiri, Agwara local government area, of Niger State. And according to the Niger State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, was confirmed that 227 people, including 215 students and 12 teachers, were abducted. So the CAN chairman, Most Reverend Bulos Dawa Yohana, said he visited the community and assured parents that efforts with government and security agencies are ongoing to secure the release of the abductees. Some students escaped and parents have, started picking up their children, forcing the school to shut down. Now, on the said day, the attack occurred around 2 a.m. With the gunmen killing a security guard before abducting the student. In fact, a truck that was used to move the students, and the truck broke down, and they continued on foot into the forest. Now, when that truck broke down, there was no security operative. There was nothing. But the Niger State government actually blamed the school for reopening. So, according to the Niger State government, there was para intelligence on increased security threats. So, and they had ordered that the school be shut down. I'm trying to, get the story. Yes, so they said that the school went ahead to reopen and resume academic activities despite the Niger State government's clear directive for temporary closure. Now, the question is, first off, why did the school reopen? Because I don't know. Now, according to the press release from the government, they said that, they had received, if there was already prior intelligence report saying that, okay, this is an increased threat level in parts of Niger North Senatorial District. Yeah. And they said that in response to that, the state government issued a clear directive suspending all construction activities and ordering the temporary closure of all boarding schools within the affected zone as a precautionary measure. But according to the statement, says, regrettably, St. Mary's School proceeded to reopen and resume academic activities without notifying or seeking clearance from the state government, thereby exposing pupils and the staff to avoidable risk. But it was said that, security operatives have commenced full-scale investigation and search and rescue operations to ensure the safe return of the pupils. But that's a lot. 215 pupils and teachers. I really don't know. I don't know how to feel about this
at all. Because at this point, I have two people to blame.
Yes.
I have two people to blame. Who is making the decision
first
on their behalf? Why would the government say there should be a temporary closure?
And you go ahead.
And then you're reopening the school. Why? What's your aim? That's number one. Then when the act was being done, when the act was happening,
nobody, no security
where
operative.
are the securities? My dear.
So, well, that's just, that's why I said this week has been a lot. There's just so much that is going on. And it's just really, I don't know, for some, I really don't know how to feel. No, I do know how I'm feeling about it.
Because each time you read the news, you just keep questioning. There are questions that would always come to your mind, to your head. I'm like, this thing is not adding up at all.
But yes, in order to ensure that at least our students are secured, our pupils are secured, some states have started ordering closure. Kwara State has ordered the closure of schools in 4 local government areas over rising insecurity. The Ishin local government, Irekpodun, Ifelodun, and Ekiti local government areas of Kwara State. There they've already ordered that schools should be closed for now, as a way of ensuring that the students
actually the best.
Yeah. But in addition to that, the federal government also shutting down they shut down 47 I'm trying to get the direct number. Yes, 47 federal unity colleges across the nation. The unity schools, not I'm not sure it's all, because I saw a list and then I didn't see some schools on that list, some of the federal schools on that list, but 47 have been shut down for now as a result of rising insecurity and rising threats for the students. So yes, and I feel like at least that is even is better.
It is. Actually.
I feel like a state of emergency should be declared on the education sector at this point.
That's the only way to go.
Yes.
At this point.
In addition to that, the Kwara State governor also, called on the president to approve the deployment of more security operatives to the state as a way of, ensuring. But another story also came out in the course of the week that said that several Nigerian soldiers were injured after terrorists ambushed a military team that was on a mission to rescue the kidnapped students in Kebbi State. It is a pointer to the fact that yes, rescue operations are ongoing, but unfortunately, it was failed as many Nigerian soldiers were injured because they were ambushed. But the Chief of Army Staff already made promise that the abducted students will return safely, and we are also beyond. We're praying. We're praying that the Lord would help us so that these, you can't, unfortunately it's hard to imagine how their parents would feel right now. Yorubas will say that so
you don't even know where your child is. You don't know the state in which your child is at the moment, and it's just so sad to understand.
It is. So that's just part of the unfortunately part of the issues that we have presently. So yes, in addition to the governor of Kwara State, who has shut down schools in 4 local government, Plateau State governor has also ordered shutdown of schools. Niger State, Benue State, and Katsina State, have also ordered the closure, the shutdown of schools in the state as a way of ensuring that security is better put in place. Moving on to other stories. This one is a story coming out from Katsina. And sincerely, coming out at a time like this is just very, you can imagine the number of reactions that it brought. So 20 councils reach peace deal with bandits amid continued attacks. According to this story, at least 20 of Katsina State's 34 local government areas have reportedly entered a peace deal with bandits, even as, doubts grew among residents due to fresh attacks in some of the same communities. Now, the first thing is, how do you reach peace deal?
Thank you.
With bandits?
Because I don't understand.
What is your
These people
aim?
Are bandits, they are terrorists.
Why
are you making peace with them?
What do you mean?
What's
you're
your
making
intention?
Peace deal? What does peace deal?
What does
mean?
it even mean?
what does peace deal mean?
With bandits, you have
to say, okay, don't attack us. Take this. Really? Well, I just think that's where we found ourselves, unfortunately. If only the security situation is way better, we're not going to be in the place where we're trading words.
It's not even supposed to be. Make peace with
pistol.
How?
Anyway, just as we're still on that, and the Zamfara state government, the Zamfara state government has concluded plans to sponsor the wedding of 200 orphans. And the ceremony, I don't know. Anyway, the ceremony will take place on Monday. Anyway, so this was according to the executive secretary of the Zakat and Endowment Board, Malam Habibu Balarabi. He noted that, selected beneficiaries were thoroughly screened before approval. What do it? As funny as this is, it's actually not funny though.
Really? Because
we're dealing with real life issues. We're legit dealing with real life issues.
And this is what is happening in
and our priority is marrying off 200 orphans.
Amazing.
Anyway,
I don't know.
That's from Zamfara State.
I don't even know if we should congratulate those that wants to wait now. Should we?
All the best to them. Anyway, so yes, another story, to deviate from all the attacks that has happened in the course of the week. The court has sentenced suspended Unical Law Dean Professor Cyril Ndifon to 5 years in prison for sexual harassment. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday sentenced suspended University of Calabar Law Dean to 5 years in prison without an option of fine after finding him guilty of sexual harassment. It will be recalled that, students of University of Calabar came out, law students particularly, and, made their voice heard to say that they were going through different series of sexual assaults from the dean. And, now following investigation, it was charged to court, and the court has eventually sentenced him 5 years in prison. And well, for me, I think this
is actually not enough. The punishment is actually not enough, but we'll make do with this. At least we are headed somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah. He received 2 years for count 1 and 5 years for count 2 to run concurrently. So that is a pointer to the fact that it's justice has been served.
Yeah.
The students know that they didn't just come out and their voices are not heard. Their voices were actually heard. Yeah. All right. And finally, final story for today. I lost an endorsement because I refused traveling to Dubai with the owner of a popular company. And that is, I'm taking the story because it will lead us to our topic of discussion for today. Yes, so that's coming from Tiwa Savage, as she was talking about her struggles as a female entertainer. So Tiwa Savage revealed a shocking incident from her career while she was recounting how she lost a major endorsement simply because she refused to travel to Dubai to meet a company chairman. And she was speaking during her show, because she did a show because of the week. She explained that at some certain points, the pressure became so direct that she was told that she would lose the role if she didn't agree to see that particular chairman in person. And so she said the experience opened her eyes to how often talent is overlooked in the industry. And, she narrated how one company said she traveled with their boss to Dubai, which she declined. And then the endorsement was withdrawn without hesitation.
As in, no second this thing at all.
Somebody like Tiwa Savage.
And then when I read this, I was like, okay, so what's now going to happen to me?
So she said she said according to her, it was at that moment that she actually realized that they don't need our talent. Mm-hmm. It's not, it's not the talent that they are looking for.
See, this is somebody with a big name, and with raw talent.
So yeah,
but
that's just going to be leading us to our topic of discussion for today, which is the reason we picked that particular story. So this is still Youth Parliament and Wells Radio 89.3 FM, and that's all on the trends for today. I don't know, I feel somehow about the fact that our trends today are just sad news everywhere. But we pray that God will restore the glory of Nigeria.
Amen.
And that's very soon we'll look back at the times of all these challenges and would thank God for seeing us through it. But we do also hope that the government would please rise up to the responsibility to secure lives and property is very important.
Very, very important.
We can't, the young people at the future of Nigeria, we can't keep losing them like this. There's still some part of the cheaper girls who are yet to be back.
Exactly.
There's still
then
other kidnaps that have
ones too.
happened after then. And we cannot just continue like this.
We can't keep
We
living in
need-
fear of what's going to happen next.
You cannot even travel and be
Not
rest
any-
assured
not now.
that everything is going to go smoothly.
Yeah.
So we really need the government to help us do more in the aspect of safeguarding lives and property, because at this point, it's getting a lot for us young people.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, especially because we believe that Nigeria is going to get better.
Yes, we do.
So, yes.
We believe, really.
Yes, we do. And
This is still our country, and we hope for the best.
yes, we do hope for the best. All right, and that's all on the first segment of the show today.
Some they hustle, some they walk. Everybody wants to be boss. Make you listen, you go hear sounds of victory in the air. Calling all low. Goremi Musa go Sarayaga go no low. Chevy olo. Obata sese wo fila sorry go Chevy olo. Something good is happening. Something good is happening. Something good is happening. Help me sing it, la 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 la.
Something good is definitely going to happen, and it's going to happen soon,
Yeah.
way sooner
It'll
than you
happen
expect.
to you. It'll happen to me.
Yes,
God's grace.
it will reach everybody.
Yes, it will.
That's something good will get to everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, last trend, we just, picked up the story where Tiwa Savage was talking about her struggles, while she was trying to rise up. And the truth is, lots of times when you even take a look at some of these, these big names, you hear them talk about what they've been through before now. And even now, it's actually funny that this same topic is actually what brought about the debate of Nepo babies and Lapo babies.
And Lapo babies.
When somebody came online to say, you better not think that all these rich people that you're saying, they had it, or maybe they struggled a lot. Let nobody deceive you. This person is connected to this person. This person is connected to this
It's
person.
all about connection.
And everyone's like, are you serious?
Seriously.
Are you serious? And at times you get to some places and you mention your name, they will ask you which
thank you. Which of the
is
a
lot of times when I meet people and then they say, oh, what's your name? I say Toluwaleke Ali. They say Ali Ewo.
which of the Allis?
Ali is
Are
from somewhere in background of government. Don't be deceived. And it's always very funny when they say, some people say, are you related to no, sir. I'm not even
down
anywhere from this axis.
No.
And I remember that my dad once, told the story about when he, freshly moved out from our hometown and then moved to Lagos. And he said he got to Lagos. Every time, people will ask him, Ali, which Ali is your own? Most times he'll just say, where he's from. And he saw that, it was always just very... And one person just saw him one day, he was just going about his regular business. A person saw him and said, are you related to...
This, and this.
Ali, this one, attached to his... And he's like... He said before he could even say anything, he was like, in fact, your family name. And just, I said, see life. Now, it's just a pointer to the fact that a lot of times, a lot of us young people, many times they tell us just work hard, stay focused, stay disciplined, keep your eyes on the prize, and all of that. Success would eventually follow. In fact, even while we're in school, there was usually a lot of conversations about it has to be education, just get educated. But just after school, reality, hit us. And it hit us deep. Because the society is one that favors nepotism and, unfortunately, corruption. So much so that hard work a lot of times feels like a lonely road that has no guarantee. People who are not as qualified as you get jobs that you should get just by the virtue of I am this person's daughter, or I'm this person's son, or I'm related to this person. Or, you want to get a job, you want to do this, it's tell you, and there's no problem, just, rub fingers and you'll be able to get into the position. There are lots of young people who graduated, in fact, first-class degrees, that they don't even get the jobs. Yet while you are seated, you see somebody else, I remember a friend of mine was sharing with me how he went for an interview and it was, it already went so well. They had already even agreed on salary and everything. And it was, good. It was supposed to, they was just supposed to tell him, okay, come resume at so time. And then just got a call to say, there's somebody, oh God, don't give the position to someone else. You have a call. And then man said, I'm so sorry. Apparently, this call is from the board and
we can't give you the job anymore. There's somebody that the board, somebody on the board's niece or something needs the job. And I'm really only telling you this because I'm a truthful person. I don't know how to hide things. That's why I'm telling you this, but I'm so sorry. However, if there's any other opportunity, we'll let you know.
And just like that.
But is there going to be another opportunity for you? We all know this is Nigeria.
So we have been, for the longest time made to believe that hard work is supposed to just be it. But yet you knock on certain doors. And like I said before, they ask you, who is your father? And God help you that your father is just a civil servant who probably retired early. And then you're not even, it's even now, it gets a lot on you when you bear names with some certain people. And then they say,
and they start questioning, okay, which one
instance,
is your own?
Say, which Toluwaleke is your own?
Which?
The one of the Most High.
Exactly, that's it.
So, how do we get to the point where hard work no longer pays for us as Nigerian youths? Because nepotism has become the order of the day.
I really don't know how we got here, actually.
Okay.
I really can't say that this is the way we got here. But I know certain things that this thing is doing to us as a youth. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not even helping us to showcase our talents anymore. Because this same talents that you think that you have will not or can, I don't want you to use the word will now, may not take you where you think you should be. And there is also the issue of godfatherism in this too. Momo Babae, I know her father. She's my daughter. She's a this, she's a that. And there's also the case of favoring family members, even when they are not qualified for the job. We've seen a lot there. And the truth is, I am not against favoring your family members. At least they are your family members and they should be able to eat from your table. Yes, that's true. But then, are we even looking at the fact that they are qualified for this thing that you want to give to them? If they are not, why not give it to others that are qualified for the same position, and wait till the time that you'll have the opportunity to put your family members that are qualified for this particular position. And that's why I said I don't know how we got here, because it's all, we can't blame just one person. We can't blame just one person. It's an individual issue. It's a society issue, even the government now. But I know the things that this particular thing, this nepotism of a thing, is doing to us.
How do we now encourage young people to? I mean, there are some people that they already know. I saw a poster online earlier this week of this guy Kidwire, where he was saying that if he comes out to contest today,
I saw it to contest rather,
he's going to win the election.
Yes, I saw it too.
And I'm like, wondering,
Kilo Bojule.
what exactly is it that? I mean, we were no longer placing priority on qualifications. For you to be somewhere and say,
and you're boasting of the fact that you know that you win
because you have money and your family has the name. Now, how do we now encourage young people to say that yes, hard work actually still pays?
See, I would say that this is the way the world has been wired anyway. Yes, the world is wired in this way, and there are things that we cannot change.
I'm trying to remember a particular book. I think I'll remember later. Go on.
Okay, so we cannot change it at some point. There are things that we cannot change, but there is still the fact that there is God. Let's not forget that there is God. And that is why, this is not the first time that radio princess will say, let's not forget God, the God factor. And it is actually very true, because in a world where there is favoritism, there is so much going on, and you're thinking, how do I do it? What do I do that will make my name heard? It's just God. And consistency. In that hard work, in that thing that you've laid your hands upon already, just being consistent, keep showing up. Because one day, even if favoritism does not speak for you, your hard work is still going to speak for you, and that's it. The only thing that we don't know is when it will happen, because it's going to happen faster for those that have connection than those that are relying on hard work. But does that still mean that hard work does not pay? No, it still pays. We just don't know when it's going to pay. That's it.
Okay, so I remember when you said something about
the way the world has been wired.
Yes. I just remember now. I knew that was in the words of George Orwell, in Animal Farm. He said all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. And that has now, I feel like in recent times, it has caused a level of how do I put it? A lot of young people are no longer, we've gotten to that point where you're now discouraged, because sometimes it is not even necessarily you. I mean, you're probably putting in the hard work, you're doing all of that, but when it gets to the point where you're supposed to get that level of breakthrough, you try to get grants, but somebody who knows somebody somewhere who probably has no idea about the grant or what to use the money for gets the grant.
Funnily,
you try to get a job, there's somebody whose son the seat has been reserved for, there's somebody whose daughter is taking over, And, you know, it just gets on, and so much so that, in fact, nowadays, when you follow some certain people who speak now, there's this particular video from this guy on Instagram. My guy said with Instagram, I'm calling him guy. And he said something about your circle. And they said that, think about it. I mean, a lot of us are actually where we are today because we didn't have the right people to be around, the right people that you can say, so person, my father's friend, that my uncle that can help me to do this. So he said, look around you and have friends that the connections that you make, don't just have friends all around. Have friends that have certain connections that you know that, yes, if I need so now, I can just put a call through and I will get what I need, you know. And that's actually really true, because now if we have had to go through all of that, and at this point, you know, making friends with people around you, that people that your children will call uncles and aunties, can I say, oh, I have an auntie who is, you know, somewhere high. She's at headquarters in Abuja. I'm just going to call her for you.
Okay.
That actually goes a long way. But the truth is that a lot of young people put in efforts. In fact, Nigeria, I'm one of those people who would always say that Nigerian youths are not lazy
at all.
We have the strength. Nigerian youths have hustling spirit. They're very, very innovative. They're creative. They build lots of Nigerian youths who build businesses from the scratch. You know, when I go online and I see some young Nigerians, you know, owning apps that are doing greatly internationally, it's exciting. But how do we now get, you know, the hard work? Because sometimes just your hard work will not be able to open some doors for you. You actually need to go a step further. So just as Adiola said, the truth is, it is already like that. Unfortunately, life has been wired like that. And so if you are probably at the verge of giving up because you feel like nepotism is the order of the day and hard work no longer pays, then you shouldn't give up
at all.
We also need to encourage the fact that we need a level playing ground for everybody. Let everybody be able to put in efforts and let their efforts show. Not just by saying, this is my child, let my child be there. There's a saying of Omowani Ejelshe. That shouldn't just be it, because I've spoken to a lot of young people, and I know how much that concept is now discouraging a lot of young people from actually working harder, because you feel that even if I put in the effort, somebody who is probably not the one that has done any work is the one who's going to...
no idea of whatever it is that we are doing
at
here.
all,
We'll just
going to come and take over. But the truth is, are we going to give up? No, we're going to keep talking about it. I want you to understand that your hard work matters.
Yeah.
Your dream is valid.
It is.
Very valid. In fact, even in the midst of so much nepotism and corruption, your light can still shine.
Yes, and it will definitely
shine. So let's just keep pushing. Let's keep striving. Let's keep doing all that we can do. And as Adeola said before, not forget the God factor in all of it. All right? Not forgetting the God factor, because everything is going to work out just fine eventually, regardless. All right? Again, today I'm going to leave us with this song by Tenny. Hustle. Yes. Yeah. Let it be a song that resonates with you as you go this weekend. Adiola, let's go.
Yeah, keep pushing. I am rooting for you, and I pray that you'll make it eventually.
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Until we meet again next Saturday, my name is Toluwaleke Alli, the Radio Princess. Have an amazing weekend.